How am I gonna even... Will we manage? First pile of summer knits. Second pile of summer knits. We made it. Hello, welcome to another episode of my wild knitting. Today I'm going to share all of my summer knits, my summer wardrobe. I knitted all of these garments that I'm going to share with you today, one by one, over the past 2.5, 3 years. Over the past years, I refined what I like about summer knits, and yeah, let's dive into it. Welcome back if you've been here before, and if you're new, welcome. My name is Martina. I live in the mountain with my partner in the center of Italy. Today is July 17th, so it's really warm. We're in the middle of the summer. It's warm, okay? So I'll struggle during this video because I want to share each of all of the... I have 2 piles. This is one, then there's another one. I want to, try on each summer knit so you can actually see it on a body. So let's dive into it because I think this is gonna take a while. I will talk about the yarns I used, the different patterns. You will find many informations in the description box. So I'll put all of the links about the patterns in the description box. Some of the garments that I'm going to share with you are self-drafted. I designed them, so there's no pattern, but they're few. They're fewer than the ones I knitted following patterns. Okay, I would say let's start with the pattern that I knitted the most, and then we kind of move towards the patterns that I maybe knitted only once, and then I'll share maybe some of my own designs. Okay, the pattern that I knitted the most is the ripple bralette. I mentioned it in the beginning of the video, so we get it out of the way. I think there's one missing. Here it is. The ripple bralette by Jessie, Maed designs, and I have 4. I knitted many more, but I either gift them or maybe I unraveled one, but these are the ones that I kind of use the most in the summer. No, this is not a ripple bralette. So, there are 4, okay? This is the oldest one. I used a mercerized linen called Raw Linen by Borgo de Pazzi. I believe the yarn is discontinued, but I love this one. I think I really love the color. I love the way it fits, and this is the kind of the most true to pattern ripple bralette that I've knitted. The other ones have some modifications that I've done. I mentioned this pattern too much, but it's a nice pattern. It's very size inclusive, and it's quick, it's easy, a good beginner friendly. Now I spotted another one. I knew that. I have 5 here, okay? I knew that there were more. But I never stop wearing them. This specific one is my most worn garment. I think it's also the oldest one, so love it. I'm gonna try only one ripple bralette. I'm not gonna try each of these 5 because it's too much for me. It's too warm to put things on and off, but let me show you this one, how it looks, so you kind of understand how it fits me. Now I'm wearing a dress, so I don't know, it's probably gonna look a little bit wonky, but I really like the way this fits me. It is super simple. It has, you know, some mistakes. Usually it's a like 3x3 ribbing stitch, but here, as you can see, there are more knit stitches than purl ones, and yeah, it's not perfect at all. And in this channel you want to see perfect garments. Never, because I'm a wild creator. So yeah, I never knit perfect, you know, garments. I always there are always some sort of small like mistakes or little details that I still cherish a lot. I'm drinking water because it's extremely warm, and I didn't bother to get a glass, so I'm drinking it from the bottle. I hope it doesn't bother any of you. Why would it? But I know, you know, Galateo, manners. But anyhow, that's, you know, my most worn ripple bralette. I love it. It's really cute. I like it. Then I made this one with a combo of different, is it? Yeah, it's inside out, with different kind of different yarns. This on the upper part I held 2 fingering weight yarns double or together, and in the bottom part I held only 1. A little note, I bought, when it comes to the ripple bralette pattern, there are 2 patterns. There is the fingering weight ripple bralette and the DK weight, and I bought the fingering weight, but I always somehow managed to knit the ripple bralette with the DK weight yarn, same needle size DK weight yarn, because it creates more structure, and I love that for coverage and durability. This is a more recent one. I've been wearing it a lot. It has this kind of different back situation. I just continue knitting and I decreased on both sides, and then I don't remember what I did, but super easy modification. Anyhow, this is another ripple bralette knitted with a linen and cotton blend, and if you scroll through my videos, the recent ones, you will see this one. Like it, we're moving faster with this because yeah, I don't know, I feel like this is another one. This is the most recent one and I love it. This is knitted with a yarn that I hand dyed with onion skins and oak galls, and I think the lighting is not the best because I'm in the bedroom, but anyhow, it's really nice. I was like, oh my god, because let me gather my thoughts. This was a yarn that was sent to me by Nicole, a wonderful woman, a wonderful patron. She sent me 2 skeins of this lace weight yarn. It was white and it was a merino and silk blend, and I dyed the skeins and then I held the yarn double and knitted a ripple bralette. This one is I decided to do a 3x2 ribbing, so I did knit 3 and purl 2 because I kind of somehow what's going on there? I somehow liked that you can see the yeah, you don't see the purling so much, but more the knits, if that makes sense. And I was worried that I wouldn't wear it in the summer because of the heat, but I've been wearing it. It doesn't bother my skin. I think it's very soft and auto-cleansing, which is nice. It never smells, and I've been wearing it quite a lot. I want to knit more of, more summer garments with animal-based fibers and see how my body reacts. But like breathable, still like breezy, creating still like a breezy fabric though, not a very thick one. But anyhow, yes, that's the last ripple bralette, and it's not a ripple bralette, meaning that I kind of used, I think, the same stitch count, but I'm not sure, and I did, yeah, it's quite different than the ripple bralette. You can see the way I did some of the creases here, and this is my least worn ripple bralette. I think because it has negative ease and is not perfect at all. Look at the seaming. Pretty wonky. Yeah, I don't love this one. I remember I wanted to wear it for the premiere of the Barbie movie last year, and me with my friends, we decided to wear something pink, and I was like, yeah. Okay, we move on. I'm still wearing the ripple bralette, but anyhow. Okay, that's my most knitted pattern. I recommend it. I've recommended it in the past, and I will always, I guess, recommend it because I really like it. Okay, second most knitted pattern. I need to gather them. I know that there are more than 2 here. Ranunculus 3. I think there's another one, but maybe it's not a summer. I mean, I have so many. The heat is going into my brain. But I know that I have many summer knits. Some of you will be like, my god, this woman knitted a lot of summer knits. Indeed, I did. So these are my Ranunculus, another really, really nice pattern that I recommend. You probably have heard about this pattern so much. When I bought it at that time, I think 3 or 2.5 years ago, it was like one size fit all. So I kind of adjusted the stitch count and kind of created a more fitted, for example, Ranunculus, this one. This is more fitted, and yeah, I kind of reduced the stitch count. I didn't do some of the increases after the lace yoke. I love this one. I knitted it with the yarn Bumulin by Drops Designs. It's a very amazing summer yarn. I have, maybe at the end of the video I can talk about some of my favorite summer yarns. I would say Drops Bumulin is my favorite affordable summer yarn. Very affordable in the sense that it's very cheap compared to other maybe yarns. But the only downside I would say about this yarn is amazing when it comes to wearing it. The fabric that it creates is very sturdy but also breathable, and has a nice drape. It doesn't stretch much. The only thing is that it's probably not the best when it comes to the knitting experience. It's very stiff and it splits a tiny bit. So yeah, just so you know. But it's a beautiful yarn, and I love this one. Then I've knitted this is the most kind of true to pattern version. There is a little end here. And this is knitted with two lace yarns held together. Why do we have wasps in the house? Well, I guess because it's an unfinished house, but anyhow, this was knitted with a cotton and mohair blend. That was one lace way yarn, and then held together with a bamboo yarn, I think. Yeah, I don't remember the different brands, but I remember the fiber content. And it's super nice and breezy, but because of the mohair, I think it's a little bit too warm for the summer for me. But if you live in a cooler climate, or I wear it at the beginning of the summer, at the end of the summer, and in spring and in autumn, but maybe not like the middle of July when it's 40 degrees Celsius. But I really like this one. It's really beautiful. And then we have this one, which is probably my favorite. This is super beautiful in this kind of white cream yarn, and I held together a lace-way bralette silk yarn. It came in a cone by Campolmi Filati, an Italian yarn company, and I held that together with Silk City Fibers bamboo yarn. It was another cone, and it created this beautiful fabric. I really love it. It's super drapey, super beautiful. Mita? No. So, Ranunculuses. We love them. We love them. Okay. There's another one that I need to get. Here we have two very holy little, they're garments, but they are more like accessories in my opinion, because they don't have coverage. Let me show you. These are the Look at My Holes by James and Watts. There are some threads coming out, but we love them nonetheless. Is this correct? Yeah. So, Look at My Holes by James and Watts. This is knitted with Campolmi Filati, bralette silk, cruelty-free silk in this beautiful coral red, held double. Let me try it on. I don't think this looks really amazing with a dress underneath, but that's okay. So this is it. We love it. It's so fashionable. It's so fun. It has these juicy holes. And yeah, I think it's a really fun pattern. I recommend it. It was a little bit fiddling at the beginning, but it's super fun to knit. And you can use different type of yarns, different type of colors, and it gives the results slightly change and give a different effect. For example, if you knit it in a black yarn, it will give like a more edgy, sexy, kind of mysterious look. If you knit it in a fun color, then it's more like a pop, kind of funky pop color that kind of enriches your outfit. Or you can knit it with a kind of more silky, elegant white. What is happening here? I'm not gonna try this one because, yeah, I'll talk about this one now. So this is another one knitted with Silk City Fibers bamboo, 100% bamboo yarn. I love that yarn. Ali gifted it to me, a friend of mine. She also has a podcast, Ali in Sweatpants. Check it out. She gifted me this, I think, 2 combs, and this I knitted it long sleeves. The only problem is that I think the yarn, it was held single and it kind of stretched a lot, especially like on the, now there is a hand there, I don't know, it's, you can see like it's very loose and flappering, can you say that? I don't know, but I don't like the bottom part. I will have to unravel it, and the neckline is wide enough for my head to pass through, but it's kind of like stiff. I think the cast on, I did my own cast on, and it's too stiff. So I'm not wearing this much, but if I want to, yeah, sometimes I do. And I like the way this fits, in a sense that it's really elegant, it's really nice, but unique. And but yeah, one day I'll knit another one in maybe like a more, you know, structured yarn, in a white, maybe structured yarn. Okay, we move on. What do we have here? Let's talk about this pattern. I've knitted it like true to pattern only once, but then I kind of copied the construction to create, kind of to design my own garments, if that makes sense. This is the Cloudberry tee by Fibertales. Let me try it on. Okay, I love the way this design fits me. I think is one of, you know, of the designs, like when it comes to t-shirts, that I like the most. It's really nice. It's a drop shoulder, top down constructed pattern that has this beautiful kind of little Cloudberry inspired botanical, you know, color work on the sleeves, and it was knitted with hobby bamboo and cotton yarn. And I modified the pattern slightly. I did an I-cord instead of a ribbing. The problem is, as you can see here, there is a big stain as well as in the back. I think something bled out color and it poisoned it stained my Cloudberry tee, which is really sad. I tried everything, so don't tell me what I should do, because I tried everything. I even bleached. It was like a kind of more brown like stain, and then I bleached it, and now it's kind of very like subtle, but you can still see it, and it's really sad because this was one of my favorite t-shirts. So it's sad, but I wear it in the house, in the garden, and yeah. But I could always dye the garment, but I really like the fact that it was white and I could use it with jeans and anything. But anyhow, I highly recommend this pattern. Try it on. The construction is really simple. You know, cast on the top parts, and then you start knitting it up from the top down, and you can adjust the length. I love it. I love the gauge. I love the way it fits me. I dedicated an entire video about this garment where I knitted it from the start to the end. So if you want to check it out, I'll leave it in the description box and around the top corner of this video. And yeah, I really love this one, and I want to knit more. And talking about knitting more, I kind of got inspired, but I didn't knit the same pattern. I decided to design my own kind of yarrow inspired top. or t-shirt. This is my yarrow top. Yarrow is a flower called, the scientific name is Achillea millefolium, and it has this beautiful, it's basically, it looks very similar to the texture design that I added here. And the construction, not the gauge, only the construction is basically identical to this Cloudberry tee, but it has also slightly, it's different. The gauge count and is different, but the construction is similar, and it has a v-neck and shorter little t-shirt length sleeves. I really like this one. It fits really well, and I knitted it with Ito Boret silk, if I'm not mistaken. It came in a cone and I held it double. I love this one. One day I'll get to sit down with all of my notes and try to come up, try to bring them together and maybe create patterns and publish patterns and so on, but not now. I'm overwhelmed with projects. Anyhow, we move forward. Another project garment that was kind of inspired by the construction of this beautiful Cloudberry tee was this one. Different gauge, different neckline, different ribbing on the bottom, and this is knitted with my favorite, or one of my favorite summer yarns, which is Cozy Posy Yarn Co. Lush Lino DK. Amazing yarn, super soft to work with because it's 65% silk and 35% linen, and it's really soft, so it's a really nice yarn to work with, so you enjoy the process of knitting a pattern with that yarn. But it is also really nice as a summer yarn. It's also very breathable and structured because of the linen, so the silk gives that kind of drape and breathability, and the linen gives that kind of structure and integrity. I really like this yarn. She actually sent me both the Lush Lino DK and the Lush Lino Fingering Way base that she has in her shop, and both of them, check her out. I love Antonella. She's a wonderful dyer and a wonderful person. She's the owner of Cozy Posy Yarn Co. So yes, love this one. I decided to add a little kind of texture detail on the bottom hem. I talked about it in one of my recent podcast episodes, so you can go and check it out. Yes, so let's move forward. Have like piles of clothes. Okay, another pattern that I really like and I knitted twice is the leaf top by Melanie Reinert. And this is not a really size inclusive pattern, so I want to mention that. Yeah, I hope it will become, but I think it's not at the moment. I like the way this specific one fit. Both of them, both of the two garments are really beautiful, but this one is my favorite, and I dedicated an entire video to this top. I knitted it from scratch, from the beginning to the end. I share the process, and I also made the little wooden buttons, which are really cute. And I really like this kind of juicy leaf stitch pattern. Really beautiful. So let me try it on. So yeah, I really love this one. It looks beautiful. I love the length. My belly button is here, so it's a little bit cropped. I love the length. I love the fit. It's beautiful, and I recommend you to knit the sleeves, or the not the sleeves, the straps of the shoulder straps shorter, especially if you're using a yarn that stretches a bit, because I had to kind of create a little knot here, otherwise it just they stretch over time. That's what happened with this one. You can see it's quite, yeah, the straps stretched, but I could always like unravel this and re-knit them like the right length. But yeah, this is the second version. This was knitted, the first version was knitted with Drops Muscat, a cotton yarn, mercerized cotton yarn. I'm not a big fan, but I like this top, so yeah. This was a more interesting yarn. I dyed the back, and the front was kind of the neutral color, and both of these yarns are the same yarns in two different colors. This was white and I dyed it with, I think, onion peels, and this is kind of neutral linen color. And this yarn was Campolmi Roberto Filati, another Italian yarn brand that I mentioned earlier. Linen, 100% linen yarn. I think it was like a DK way yarn, and I really love the way, yeah, it stretches a bit, so just saying that. But I really love the way the fabric feels on my body, but I don't necessarily love to work with that because it's quite stiff on my hands. But I think it's worth it. Especially for like a small project. But I love both of these garments a lot. This is yeah, I put little buttons made with some pebbles that I found at the beach, and I made some holes. I think they're very beautiful. Very beautiful, this one, but it's quite loose on my body, and I absolutely have to wear a bra underneath or a bikini because there's quite some cleavage situation going on, but I like it. It's very breathable. Okay, now I think we move towards the garments and patterns that I knitted only once. Let's talk about this one. This is a very simple tank top that I knitted last year with another amazing yarn. This yarn and the Cozy Posy Yarn Co. Lash Lino DK are my favorite summer yarns. Then there's Bumulin by Drops Design. This is the Athenian Maker bamboo and linen blend, and it's a yarn that Ida, another amazing indie dyer, she dyes it with different plants, botanical ingredients, and creates wonderful colorways. I mean, her colorways are amazing, very natural. And I'm usually not really a speckled person. I don't always necessarily love to wear garments that have been knitted with a speckled yarns, but I love this one so much. The color of this top is so beautiful. The only thing is that it's stretched quite a lot, and I don't love the way this fits me. I can show you. Not that this garment has anything wrong, you know, but yeah, it's very simple, nothing special. I followed the Jessie Maed design pattern, but I didn't pick up the stitches around the neckline and the armholes. I just left them really like raw, and I did a little picot edging, and I mean, it looks a little bit loose, so I don't wear it super much, but I love the yarn. So we'll see what I'll do in the future. Maybe I'll just keep it the way it is and wear it, or maybe I'll unravel it and knit something else with the yarn. But for now, you know, I've been wearing it, not as much as other garments. It's so warm. It's so warm. I don't know if you guys can see that I'm profusely, I'm sweating so much. Profusely, I don't know how to pronounce that word, but I'm sweating super much. But I'm doing it for you. So this one, I wear this only in special occasions because I think it's one of my most beautiful, you know, most elegant, I would say, tops, summer tops. This is the Brise top by Pia Trans. I really like it. It was one of the most kind of complicated pattern I knitted as a beginner or advanced beginner, and it has this beautiful laced yoke, and I did like a little I-cord edge on, you know, the sleeves and the bottom hem. It's a little bit wrinkly, I apologize, but yeah, I really love this one. I think it looks really elegant and romantic and, you know, put together. It's very beautiful. And I knitted it with Borgo de Pazzi, an Italian brand, Giza, which is Egyptian cotton, in this white color. And yeah, it's a very soft yarn, but again, I'm not a fan of only cotton yarn. Not at all. I don't know. I prefer blends. I prefer cotton and linen blends, or linen, you know, bamboo or linen silk blends. I don't like cotton super much, but I like this garment a lot. Move forward. I told you there are many. But we're getting closer to the end. Okay, this one. This is a top. I think it's the camisole number 5. This is my own opinion, so don't get offended. I don't like that my Favorite Things Knitwear calls, or they call their patterns sweater number 1, 2, 3, camisole number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever. It's confusing. It doesn't show, like, where's your fantasy? Like, we want something unique. It's fun to give, you know, special names to your patterns. But anyhow, camisole, I think number 5 by my Favorite Things Knitwear. The gauge is different. I knitted this one. I did a little series about bralette silk. I mention it throughout this video as well. Some of the garments I've knitted. I'll share the link of that series in the description box. I knitted this one with campolmi filati bralette silk in this beautiful juicy brown color, and I held the yarn double, so I created a DK way, you know, yarn fabric, and so the gauge was different, and I don't know if you can see, but I did like some decreases on the sides of the camisole. I don't wear this super much, but I did wear it. You know, I think I don't wear it super much because of the neckline. I think it looks really beautiful. Now with this dress, I'm not sure, but the neckline is kind of loose. I don't know, I don't love the way this neck, and it doesn't look good, so I will have to unravel it at some point. You see, it looks like that. So one day when I'm not overwhelmed with projects and my life is more settled, I'll fix some of the things that I don't like about my knits. Yeah, I'll fix this neckline too. But I really like it. I love the way it fits me. I love that it has kind of these little details that kind of shape the camisole on my body. I like it. I think it's cute. Yeah. Don't have anything else to say about this. Okay, another little camisole that I self-drafted is this one. It has a beautiful color, but I don't like the yarn and I don't like the kind of fabric that I created, because my tension changed, and so it's very imperfect. Like, I don't know if you can see, but it has a lot of little mistakes. And yeah, it's knitted with a mercerized cotton that I found at a local yarn store. Anchor, I think, was the brand. On Love Cotton. Yeah. But yeah, I knitted a very simple camisole. There are plenty patterns that are very similar, and then I pick up stitches around the bottom of the body and increased 1 stitch every 2 or 3 stitches and created this kind of like ruffle hem. But yeah, you can see like the little mistakes and things. I mean, I think it's cute, but I don't wear it at all. We have a dress. We've got a summer dress. Sorry if I didn't try that camisole, but can't be bothered. Okay, we have a dress. This is another my favorite things, knitwear camisole pattern, 4 or 5, whatever, 3, I don't remember. I mean, it's a broken rib camisole, and I knitted it during that little series play episodes I've done using Knitting for Olive pure silk in the color copper. It stretched too much. I held it single, and I think that's the problem, because it's a very like, yeah, it was a fingering weight yarn, and it's like twice as big as it was before, and that's something that I don't love, but it fits well. I don't usually wear it super much in the summer. I've been wearing it more in like in the winter with like tights and long sleeves top underneath. It's cute. It's just so big, and I did some increases for my hips and the waist. I did some decreases and then increases, but now it seems that it doesn't have a shape. But I still wear it. I think it's still beautiful. It's a nice, has a nice color, and I like the broken rib stitch pattern. But be aware, Knitting for Olive pure silk stretches a lot. At least it did with me, and it's quite long. I think it's at like my knees length, or maybe a little bit, yeah, above knees length. But yeah, I'm really proud of myself. This was a lot of work because I knitted it, I think, with needle size like 3 mm and fingering weight yarn. We move forward. Let's move forward. We have a beautiful, actually I have 2 skirts, but I'm going to show you this and mention the other one because it's in my wardrobe and I can't be bothered now. I'm sorry, today I'm lazy. I think it's the weather, or it's just me. We're never living in a vacuum. We're getting influenced by the environment and the people around us. But anyhow, this is a beautiful skirt. I've been wearing this so much. I love this one. I actually shared it in a recent podcast episode, so you can go and check it out. This is the Marie skirt by Anna Anderson, or Andy Knits, and it's an amazing pattern. It's super simple. I highly recommend you to check that pattern. It's knitted in broken rib. She gives you the instruction to do some increases if you want to shape the skirt on your curves, and it gives instruction to do like a split M situation and how to do this beautiful waistband with an elastic inside it. I loved it. It's the perfect length, it looks beautiful, it's a staple in my wardrobe and I've been wearing it a lot. And I knitted it with an unknown silk yarn that wonderful Valerie sent me. We don't know. I remember that I asked her, I lost the label and she doesn't know the brand, but I'm sure I used it was a DK Way silk yarn, so I'm sure you can find DK Way silk yarns if you want to kind of recreate a similar project. Okay. 2 more, I think. No, I have that one too. Okay, let me show you this one first. Okay. Allora, Mita. No. Coran cardigan. Beautiful pattern. This is by Rebecca Clow. I wear this so much. It's a really nice kind of all over super simple lace pattern. It's knitted bottom up and she gives you different kind of neckline options, and you can knit it long sleeves or short sleeves or just skip the sleeves, and really like it. I'm actually knitting another one, but I'm knitting it with the same yarn actually. Boomoulin Drops Designs, this one. I'm knitting another one, Boomoulin Drops Designs, in a black yarn. I like this one. I like the way it fits me. It's super nice. You can just throw it on, leave it open, or close it and just have like a fun bra underneath, or a bikini or a dress, whatever, right? I apologize, I have the dogs around and they're so warm as well, so they're doing like that sound. Okay, we have a summer sweater. I love this piece. I haven't, last year I basically didn't wear it much at all, but this year, at the beginning of the summer and throughout spring, I was wearing it so much. It's a super fun all over lace sweater, and I think I cast it on the second to smallest size for the body. It's a Jessie Maed pattern, And then I pick up stitches around the armholes for the third size or something. So the armholes are a lot bigger. It's like angel sleeves, not armholes, the sleeves. Apologize. I really like, it was really fun to knit this. I think I really liked the rhythm of knitting this stitch pattern, and yeah, it was knitted, it's a drop shoulder pattern, as you can see. It was knitted top down, and I like it. I used drops bell for the green color and drops bomull lin in a white, the white color for the white. And then I did some details, like I used some scrap yarn for the Lion brand Kobo cotton and bamboo yarn for the little detail of the ribbing of the body and the sleeves. I like it. I think it looks really nice, and you know, yeah, looks nice, especially like maybe with a pair of jeans. Sorry, it's all wrinkly. This is a beautiful piece, and I've been wearing this throughout spring, at the beginning-ish of the summer, and I'm sure I'm gonna wear it beginning of autumn, end of summer as well. This is the Choose Your Own Garden sweater. I test knitted that pattern, and it's an amazing pattern. The designer is a genius and very generous, and I knitted it short sleeved. I'm kind of contemplating to unravel the ribbing and continue knitting the sleeves longer, because I think I'll use it more as a sweater than a t-shirt, but I think it looks really beautiful as a t-shirt as well. So I don't know what to do right now, but it looks beautiful as a t-shirt. I mean, look at this. It's so nice, has this kind of relaxed fit and this beautiful design. You can choose, basically it's called you Choose Your Own Garden, because you can choose, this designer provides so many different charts with different like garden elements, and you can choose them. I decided to do some watering cans at the bottom. It's a super fun design, so I recommend it. And I love it as a, you know, a t-shirt, because I think it looks really unique. But maybe I'll knit it long sleeve. We'll see. And I'm saying that I'll knit it long sleeve because I used a very, not like a summer yarn. I used Yarbo Llama silk, so a llama and silk blend. And llama fiber is very similar to the alpaca, baby alpaca. So it's very soft but also very warm. So for the summer, I'm sweating. But because it's very, like, it has some positivities, it's very yeah, it has some positivities, then I don't really feel it much, but I wouldn't wear it in this heat. So we'll see what I'll do, but I love that one. Fibers everywhere. We reached the end. This was a long video. I think it was like an hour. Stay tuned, because I'm making another beautiful summer knit. I've been knitting other summer knits. Summer knits probably are my favorite type of project to knit on, because especially like tops and t-shirts, because, you know, they are not super long as a sweater, for example, or as a shawl, but it depends, of course, but they take less yarn. And yeah, thank you so much for joining me today. I'm struggling with this heat, I can tell you. I hope you're doing better than me if you're in the northern hemisphere, and if you're in the southern hemisphere, I hope you're enjoying the winter and, you know, getting cozy, and yeah, stay strong out there wherever you are in the world. And I love you all, and I'll see you very soon.